Well, hello everybody. I am going to tackle a major project this afternoon. So one of the things that I've seen that Mom is actually trying to do is people getting rid of a bunch of stuff in January. It's kind of typical to want to purge this time of year. You get Christmas put away and then you're like, actually it feels really good to have my house back. Let's continue that and get rid of a whole bunch of stuff that I no longer need, no longer wear, no longer use, something that's broken or stained, doesn't fit. The idea is to get rid of the number of things for each day in January. So the first you get rid of one thing, the second you get rid of two things, working your way up to the 31st of January when you get rid of 31 things for that particular day. I've done the math. I think it turns out to be 496 things. I'm gonna go for 500. It is not the 31st of January. I'm just going to try to go ahead and get it out. I do have 3 categories of things in mind for the ways I'm going to get rid of this stuff. I'm going to go through everything. So you're on a wall with shoes, bags, and winter clothes. I'm going to go through some dresses. I'm going to go through my shirts and sweaters. Sweatshirts, I'm going to go through my dressers. I've already kind of been through my jewelry box. But I'm going to get rid of things that no longer speak to me. So we're going to have a category of things that are going directly into the trash. Things are too far gone, specifically things like this pair of sneakers. No one should be wearing these. I shouldn't be wearing these. I've literally walked the tread off of the heels of these. No one should be wearing these sneakers. Those are going straight in the trash. Then we're going to have a category of things to donate. So things that I don't need but somebody else might use. And then a category of things that I might be able to probably sell because I have, actually Emma has a whole box of precious moments, little figures that she got when she was a kid. She doesn't want them anymore. So I'm going to see this year, one of my goals is to see if I can sell those things. And I'm also going to see if I can sell maybe some of my clothes because some of my clothes are nice, like this dress. It also has a matching sash. This is like a prom dress. I wore this once, maybe twice, and never since. I have no reason to keep it. It's beautiful. Prom season's going to be coming up soon. Maybe a girl would want to wear this. There's nothing wrong with it. I have it. I have the matching sash that goes with it, and I can get something out of my closet and maybe get a little extra cash for it. I don't feel like that's a bad thing. So 3 categories: trash, donate, sell. And anything that doesn't sell, I can always donate, right? But I think I've talked enough. I don't want to talk forever before I get started. I actually want to go ahead and go through this pretty quickly. A lot of this I think is going to be time-lapse, but if I get to a point where I'm like, you know what, I'm feeling kind of chatty, I'm going to go ahead and hop back on and we'll talk some more. Or maybe if I need to talk something out with someone, you'll see me again, chattering to you. But also, I'll give you a little overview of the closet first before we get started. But I think I'm ready to get started because I'm really excited about this. I'm a little anxious, but mostly really excited to, get rid of some things. But I love this dress. It's so pretty. I love this purple. That purple is so pretty, but I simply cannot do strapless, and this is never going to fit me again, I don't think. So also, I don't have a reason to wear it, It's so lovely, but I don't have a reason. So anyway, all right, let's do the overview of the closet so you can see where I'm starting. But I'm really excited about this. So here, shoes. I know we can get rid of some of these. Some of them are going to be harder for me to get rid of, but I know that I need to because I never wear them. Specifically, the glittery Keds and the embroidered Keds up here. Love them. I cannot wear them. These sneakers are going to go straight to the trash. We've got bags up here. We've got a bunch of empty boxes. That back there I think is winter clothing. I've got some clothes in the back that are like sentimental, which is a weird thing to say, but they're special, and so I'm not going to get rid of them. I don't know if there's anything in that shoebox there. Those are face masks. Those are going to go straight to the trash. I don't need them anymore. The disposable ones I will keep, and those will go in like a special travel place. I'm not sure what's in that box, but that box needs to go. I think that one might be masks in that basket. These 3 bins up here, I'm keeping. Those are sentimental items. They're all like stuffies from my childhood, and I'm keeping them forever. Down here, though, we have Christmas and Halloween clothes. I did buy a few more Halloween sweatshirts, and they're no longer fitting in that bin. So what I would like to do is go through all of the Christmas and Halloween sweaters and sweatshirts and pajamas and accessories, and I don't know that I want to get rid of anything right now. It's like the wrong season, but I do want to make it all fit into bins. I have an extra bin over here for that purpose, and everything will fit up there, especially if I get rid of that cardboard box because I don't need it. I've got Ren Fair outfit over there. This stuff goes into the bathroom. It's been in a bin in here since we had the plumber come, and that plumber never installed the faucet, so it's just been in here. I don't know that I'm going to put it all under the sink yet because I am going to call the plumber and have him come and swap out the faucets because they still haven't been swapped out yet. But that's, neither here nor there. And then I know there are some things, like not just that purple dress. There's certainly some dresses in here I could get rid of, and there are definitely some dresses I will not get rid of. But I'm already thinking there's some clothes in here that can go away. There's a couple of shirts in here that I know need to be retired, at least 2 pajama shirts. Trying to decide if I'm going to keep the workout clothes in here or not. And then I think this set of clothes over here that I have not touched in forever are going to go. Mostly these down here are going to stay untouched because I wear these all the time. There's a few things in here that I don't wear very often that will probably go away, but I think most of this stuff down here is going to remain. And then everything over here is Anthony's, so I'm not going to get into that. But I think that's where we're at for now. The idea, those boots down there, hiking boots and rain boots, I think the rain boots might go away because I have another pair of boots that I bought to replace them, so those black ones might go away because they're really uncomfortable now. But the hiking boots, the cowboy boots are staying. The boots in the back I might sell because I've never worn them. The yellow Crocs are probably going to go away. I think I can make some really good progress on this actually, so I'm excited. I'm really motivated. I just took a shower, so I'm going to not get anxious because I don't want to be sweaty, but I'm going to go at this very methodically, and I'm going to get rid of things that no longer serve me. That's the whole idea. So, all right, Auburn, let's get to it. Okay, 20 minutes in and I have an update. I am finally watching the Braun family Vlogmas because I did not get to watch that in December. I didn't watch very much YouTube at all in December. And I missed them very much. So I've been through my shoes and I'm getting rid of 10. I've got 6 in the donate pile because I feel weird about selling shoes. I've got 2 pairs of shoes that have never been worn that I'm going to try to sell. But I feel weird about selling, like, used shoes. It's weird. These are trash. I've got 4 pairs of shoes in the trash and 6 in the donate. That's 12 total pairs of shoes. it is going to eventually turn into more because these, I just ran these and these purple ones through the washing machine. So they are clean. You can see this one has a stain on it. It is a blood stain. So I've washed them. I'm gonna wear them until they're dirty again, and then they're gonna go into the trash. These are also near the end of their lifespan. These are also near the end of their lifespan. These I just don't wear very often because of the color, but I should wear these more. So these and these and these and these and these and those are all the Nike Tangents sneaker style, and I think they don't make these anymore. I have been buying them for years and years and years, and it has been more and more and more difficult to find them, to buy them. So the last time I bought them, I bought 3 pairs of these because I thought the white with the gold was really pretty. So I have these that I've worn, and then I've got 2 pairs of extras back there because it's really hard when you find a pair of shoes that you love and then they stop making them. It's hard for me to move on, okay? So I think in the next 3 months, 1, 2, 3 pairs at least are gonna go away. So that'll be 3 more pairs of shoes gone. So I'm really not too worried about it. These are like new sneakers that I bought. They're volleyball sneakers. I got these at TJ Maxx. So I'm gonna try walking in these or like running in these because I need a new pair of running shoes. And if they're made for like athletes, maybe they'll be okay for running. These I'm torn on. Obviously they're gross. They're old. They're really nice to have like a nice secure sandal. I'm debating getting rid of them because I also have these. These are from Aldi and they're so ugly. I love these sandals. They're hideous. Are they not like the ugliest thing you've ever seen? But I can't get over them. I love them so much. So anyway, I'm having a really hard time deciding whether or not to keep these. I think I might just get rid of them because these do the same thing. Like they're secure on my feet. I think these are going to be trash. So that's 5 and 6. And then 2 to sell is 13. She's so weird. So then I've got a new pair of flats. I actually just bought these because I just got rid of a different pair of black flats that kept destroying my feet. Actually, I think they're out there in a pile because I already got a pile of things that I've been meaning to get rid of for months. Pardon me, ma'am. But I got these at Target because they were on sale, and whoa, can you say comfy? They fit like a sock. Like they're so like stretchy and comfortable. So I've already worn them to church like twice. I love those. And then down here I've got my pretty sparkly boots, a couple pairs of heels. So I've got 2 nude colored pairs of heels, 2 black, a pair of brown boots, my black rain boots, my hiking boots, and my cowboy boots. So I'm not getting rid of any of these. But so far, I think for shoes, good start. I'm really satisfied with that. Moving up and onward. These are bags. Some of these are going to be difficult to get rid of because like I only use 1 bag at a time, but some of these are really special. We'll see. So I've got 5 bags here that I'm getting rid of, and 3 wallets that'll be donated. I've got a backpack. The Winnie the Pooh backpack is so cute. Somebody gave it to me and I Cannot remember who gave me that. He's so cute. I never use it. So I'm gonna get rid of it. There's a little gold clutch, a tiny little purse, a little beaded purse, and then a navy satin clutch. I actually used this for my junior prom when I was in high school, and it's lovely. I have no purpose for it. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 13 more things that I am getting rid of. I also brought my bathroom trash can in here. I'm getting rid of all my masks. If we have another pandemic, God forbid something like that happen again, but if that happens again, I want to start all over. I don't want to use the old masks. I know whatever was in them is probably dead. I don't care. I'm starting over. I'll count them as one item. There's just one thing I'm getting rid of. Actually, I'll do 2 because they were taking up 2 things. So this plastic bin and then this basket, they were both up there. So I will count those as 2 items that I'm getting rid of. So that brings us up to 15 plus the 13 pairs of shoes. So 15 and 13 is 28 so far. And just like on this wall. Also, I think, let me back up. We're doing pretty good. So that basket, that's going to go away. The water cup I'm drinking. I don't think my watch box is going to stay there. I could go through my watch box, but I'm not going to because I love them. So next up is this wall. Here's the carnage so far. I've finished with the dresses, I think, for now. I could probably do another pass in another 6 months, but for now, I'm somewhat happy with it. So I've got 2 dresses here that I will be donating. Up here, I have 3. These are vintage. I'm never going to wear that. I wore this in high school for a, what was it, thrift store Thursday or something? Like a Spirit Week thing. And this is a wedding dress that I bought for Spirit Week in high school, for a Spirit Week in high school. And it was Would You Marry Me If Day. And I loved it. I wore this with like some big hideous boots. I did like something really awful with my hair. I'll insert a picture. I loved it. But I think it's time to move on. So that's 3. And these 2 on the floor. That's 5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and this dress is trash. I've worn it so many times, it's garbage. So slowly but surely making my way around the closet. I got to my sweatshirts and I was like, oh no, but I love all of these. I wear all of these. And then I got to this point down here and I was like, you know what? It's really hard for me to part with these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the like reverse hanger trick. So like anything, basically, let me show you with this guy. So I'm going to hang it backwards. I'm going to hang everything backwards. And then when I wear it, it can go back on the correct way like this. But then I think in 6 months, anything that I haven't worn, or maybe I'll do a year, because some of these things, I live in Florida, I don't need a sweater all the time. So I'll give myself a year. Next January, we'll check back in. Anything that's still reversed like this is going away. I actually like that idea, but I want to go through first and get rid of like some of the things, not everything, you know. But the things that I'm absolutely certain on, and then anything that I don't wear in the next year is going bye-bye next year. So I'm going to go through one by one piece at a time, and slowly but surely, either purge or reverse the hanger. Alright, I hate to admit it. I mean, it looks better, but I am crashing. I'm getting really tired. I just sat on the floor and took a phone call from a job recruiter that's located here in Orlando, so that's kind of neat. I have a bag full. As I was going through and reversing the hangers, I got rid of a few more shirts. So I've got a bag full of like 30 shirts, which is cool. And the dresses that were on the floor already. So that's nice. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get to 500 just here in the closet. Like if I was going to be really brutal, I could, but I haven't gone through the dresser yet, either of them. I also have this bin of jeans up here that I'd like to go through, but I'm kind of crashing. So I'm thinking, it's 4:30. I think I might quit for the day and come back to this tomorrow with like feeling fresh, you know, fresh eyes, just because I'm to that point now where I'm tired, I'm hungry because I didn't have lunch, and I feel like I've made a really good start. I also have like a stack full of clothes over there that I think I could get rid of, but I have an idea of what I want to do with them. Anthony has a friend that I think I might let pick through, and they can have anything in there that they want if they want any of it. So thinking about that, I might just get rid of them because I'm not going to wear them. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So anyway, I'm making good progress. Not as good as I had hoped, but better than it was before, for sure. But I think I've done the math, and everything that I've got out there, everything that's in here, we're right at like 100. Like not quite, but basically I'm going to call it 100. I'm going to call that good enough. I'm going to come back to it tomorrow, and we will go through the dressers in the bedroom. And then I've been thinking about it, and I hate to do this, but there's some stuff in the library, some books, particularly like old textbooks. Why do we have them? I don't know. But every time we rearrange the library, or like if we ever were to move again, I don't need them. I never reference them. They serve no purpose. I'm going to give them to someone else who might be able to use them for anything. And if that means they're duct taped together and used for target practice, so be it. Some of them are like old calculus books. I have had them since college. I don't need them. So we're going to do the rest of, well, I'm actually done here in the closet, actually, except for that bin. I'm going to go through that, I think, and see if there's anything in there that I'm like, I'm never going to fit into that, or if it's something that I'm like, I am never going to wear that even if it does fit, away it goes. And then we'll go through the dressers tomorrow, and then the library, and we'll see if we can get to 500. My confidence is waning, because I thought I might be able to get rid of more in here, but at this point, I might be able to get halfway there. It could still happen, you know? It could. It could still happen, but I think I'm gonna have to be more brutal moving forward. Anyway, I'm gonna put you down for now, and I'll pick you up tomorrow. I will look different, but it will be a different day. Okay, slight change of plans. It's the same day. I ended up going through that bin of jeans. I've got some jean shorts I'm gonna sell because they are new with tags. they're a size 4. I'm never, ever, ever going to cram my butt into a size 4 pair of American Eagle jeans ever again. I know that's never going to happen. They're going away. I have some that are not new with tags that are being donated. And then this over here behind this camera, this is the pile that I started, gosh, months ago at this point, of clothes that I'm going to be getting rid of. I can do better. So well, let's not go into too much detail. This is my underwear drawer. And in here I had, like, you know those foam sports bra inserts? I had a stack of them in there. They're gone. Bras are in here, socks are in there. I've also got some jewelry up here behind my my water cup that I'm going to be getting rid of. Down here, sweatshirts. Some of these are like on their very last legs. This one has a weird stain. This one has glue on it. I'm not sure where my NASA one is, but my NASA sweatshirt, it looks like it's been chewed on at the cuff. So that one's gonna be going away soon. In here I've got pajamas. Some of this stuff I feel like I could get rid of. Actually, these pajama shorts I never wear anymore. Those are actually just gonna go into the trash. Those are like spandex shorts. This is another pair of pajama shorts, and they're just so thin. So I'm gonna go ahead and tackle this because I feel like I can do it pretty quick. Well, that went much quicker than I expected it to. These are the pajama shorts I'm getting rid of. Those are going to the trash. They're not worth trying to give away because nobody wants them. I've got some t-shirts and some sweatshirts that I'm going to be getting rid of. I'm going to be donating them. Can you donate a bra? I feel, for whatever reason, socks and underwear, you should never ever donate, in my opinion. But for whatever reason, in my mind, bras are a different animal. Like, you can donate them, probably. Depending on the bra, right? Like sports bras maybe, but maybe if they're not like super used. Nursing bras, absolutely not. But like some bras, I feel like you could probably donate. I don't know. I'll keep them separate, and then when I go to donate, if they accept them, great. And if not, no big deal. And then over here, all of these donate clothes as well. I'm losing motivation to count. So I think now is where I'm going to quit for the day. I think we can make up the rest of the 500 in other areas, but not in the bedroom. I've done about as much as I can do for right now. I've got a bunch of swimsuits in here. I don't feel comfortable getting rid of them if I don't wear them this summer. And what I might do is, like, here's what I'm thinking for the summer. I'm gonna take all of this and put it in a plastic bin, or just like put it on the floor. When I wear it, it can go in here. If I don't wear it, it goes away. If it's in bad shape, it goes to the trash. Otherwise, it can be donated. So I'm not gonna worry about this right now. That's just not realistic. I live in Florida and I wear bathing suits all the time. In here, these are my workout clothes. I just went through this drawer like 2 weeks ago. That's where most of those clothes came from. Spandex shorts are all gone. I used to wear those under my dresses, and I have a better option now, my bike shorts instead of spandex shorts. They're almost the same, but these have pockets. These running shorts I want to keep because I like them. If I don't wear them this year, they will go away. I have one pair of leggings. I feel weird getting rid of the one singular pair of leggings that I have. I have 2 pairs of joggers, and I love them. And then these, actually, you know what? These I'm gonna get rid of. There, 2 more going away. I love these joggers. I hate when they're dirty. I don't want to buy any more unless something happens to one of these 2. These are the shirts that I bought that were like $7 on super sale. These are the shirts that I was like running in last year. I'm obviously going to continue wearing these because they're so comfy, and it's weird. I like the way that they kind of compress and hold me in a little bit, like particularly on the chest area. And then these, all of these shirts are Alaska shirts. I'm not getting rid of them, so keeping those. This is the tricky drawer. So I have so many Disney Spirit jerseys. I'm debating selling some of them just to get rid of them because I have so many. I don't need all of them. Some of them I will keep for sure. This purple one, I love. This purple one, I love. The Hocus Pocus one, I love. This Halloween one, the glitter, I love. The Christmas ones I'm keeping. But like this blue one, I could get rid of. The Donald and the Pluto, I don't know what to do with those. This one I could get rid of. This one I could get rid of. This one's pretty, but I could get rid of it. This one's pretty, but I could get rid of it. This is a cruise line one. I could get rid of that one. I like the Mickey. I don't love the Mickey. I like the yellow. The yellow does not look good on me. I love this blue one. I'm not getting rid of this blue one or this blue one because this one has Princess Leia on it. This Star Wars one I would get rid of. And then this one is another one of those metallic ones. It's pretty, but do I need it? No. I don't know. We'll see. And then down here, I have all of my sports paraphernalia. I've got my K-State. I've got a Mizzou shirt. I've got an Auburn War Eagle shirt. I've got a bunch of Chiefs stuff. That's not going anywhere. And then down here, I have jeans and denim shorts, and I'm not getting rid of any of this stuff. Wait. I will get rid of these. I do not wear them. Okay. There. Now I'm keeping all of that. So now it's just like 5 minutes after 5 p.m. So I'm going to now, for real, end this part of the video here. I will be back tomorrow. We're going to go through the library because I'm sure there are some things in there that I can get rid of. Right now I'm just restricting this to clothes. I know that there are some like items in the bathroom that I could pretty easily get rid of. The kitchen maybe if we purge like the rest of the house. And so the idea is to just get rid of a whole bunch of stuff and feel like a brand new woman. Having been in my closet, I already feel like a brand new woman, and I think getting rid of all of the stuff that's in the room, especially the trash and the donate items, I can get rid of those right away. The stuff that I'm gonna sell is gonna take some more time. However, I think I can give myself a deadline of getting that done by the 1st of March, getting everything at least listed. And that'll give me a little bit of time, but I'd really like to do that because I think some of my stuff, not that it's worth any money, but it's nice enough that I don't want to like donate it. I don't know. Maybe not. And if it doesn't sell, then I will donate it, but I could at least list it and see if anybody wants it. But I'm happy, I am happy, pleased with the progress that I've made, but for now I'm gonna stack up the donate stuff, take it downstairs, take the trash stuff downstairs, and then we'll just have the sell items left in here. And I will come back with you tomorrow and we'll go through the library. And if I can think of any other spaces in the house in the meantime that I feel like we could declutter, we'll do that. But even if I don't reach 500 items, I feel like this has been a really good exercise. And I don't want to just get rid of a whole bunch of stuff for the sake of getting rid of things, mostly because if you get rid of too much stuff and then later you decide, I wish I hadn't gotten rid of that, then you're going to buy it. So you're ending up spending more money because you buy it twice. So I don't want to do that. I just want to get rid of the things that I know, I don't wear that. It doesn't serve me. I will never fit in that again. And I feel like I've done a really good job with that so far. So for now, I'm happy. I'm gonna put the camera down and take a load of stuff downstairs. You'll see me in just a second, but for me, it will be a day, maybe 2. So we'll touch base again really soon. All right, welcome back, or maybe I should welcome myself back because for you, it's been about a second, but for me, it has been about a week, I think, since the last time we talked. About getting rid of things, purging our lives, and the junk-free January challenge, I guess. So I counted the last, like the stuff that I got rid of the last time, that I filmed, and it came to like 270 something odd items. We're just gonna round and say 275. So we're slightly over halfway there. I did get rid of like a bunch of things that I didn't count individually. So like shoes, instead of counting a pair of shoes as 2 items, like one for each shoe, a pair of shoes was 1 item. I got rid of like a whole bunch of old face masks from the COVID period of our lives, and I just counted that as 1. I think there were at least 30 in there because I had so many of them. But I'm not too worried about the ins and outs of like counting everything, just because I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose. The purpose is to go through your life with intention and get rid of things, right? So I'm in the library right now, and I've got a bunch of books on this shelf specifically that I'm going to get rid of. I feel like there are more on that shelf that I could probably get rid of, but I'm not going to go there today. Just because I know this shelf, basically everything I can get rid of, because these are old reference books, textbooks. Like, I don't use calculus in my day-to-day life, and I certainly don't need to have 2 textbooks on calculus in here. I just don't. So let me do a quick count and get rid of some books. I'm gonna set them aside and pull them off the shelf. I think I'm gonna try to take them to like a used bookstore and see if they want any of them, and if they do, sell them or give them to them. But if they don't, I really have no idea what I'm supposed to do with old used textbooks. So we'll see. Alright, that's 26 books gone. I am going to keep a handful of them just because I don't feel comfortable getting rid of some of these. Like one of them, Mom bought. Another one is actually a reference book for, you know what? I'm going to get rid of that one. I don't need it. There, 27. It's an APA, like a citation style book. So if you need to know how to cite things, it's in here. The Owl at Purdue website is good enough for that. I don't know why we have that, but we've got Montauk County, Missouri history. I've got a Scottish literature book. This I bought when I was in college, like in college. Like not online. This was my first, when I was in school at Truman State. This was for one of my classes, and the class was really fun. And the book was nearly impossible to find. Very expensive. I'm not going to get rid of it because actually it is just an anthology of Scottish literature, and some of it is so funny because they wrote it the way it sounds, not the way that you spell things. And then we've got a couple like something for dummies, you know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to keep 8 books from the shelf. But 26 gets us, if we were at 275, 26 gets us to 300. So we've only got 200 more things to go. Now I did go through my bathroom, and I didn't show this on camera. I don't know why. I think because I was listening to something or watching something on my phone and I didn't have my camera. Anyway, I got rid of some things out of like the drawers, and I got rid of some things out of my travel like size stuff. I'm not gonna really like count all of that because I think it would amount to maybe 10-15 things. We can just say we're at 310, but I did get rid of some things there. And then like the big thing, and I've got a whole list here, is about intangibles that I think clutter our lives, right? So sometimes it's really easy to walk into a room and say, wow, you've got a lot of books. You could really get rid of some books and this room would feel less cluttered. Well, sure, but I love the books, you know. I personally have, I've done a lot of reflecting on it, and I have a lot of difficulty getting rid of things that don't go bad. I have challenges with things like makeup brushes or shoes or like a pair of jeans that are just maybe one size too small. Getting rid of the things that I bought once because I liked them. They don't go bad, and if I have the space to store them, why would I get rid of it? So personally, I have a mountain to climb when I'm trying to get rid of those kinds of things. And I feel like that's a very personal thing, right? But there are places in our lives, I think, that are clutter, and they're a lot more difficult to diagnose, or a lot more difficult to see and therefore purge or clear out. And specifically, I'm thinking about the digital part of our lives, specifically emails. So something I did, I think the day after we spoke the last time, was I sat down in my inbox because I had not gone through my email account in weeks and weeks. I think since before Christmas I had not gone through. If you've got a Gmail, I still have like the promotion tab and the updates tab and like all the different tabs. I had not gone through my promotions tab since before Christmas. And so there were all of the Christmas sales, the post-Christmas sales, the New Year's sales, the post-New Year's sales, and then like up to present. And it was like almost 2,000 emails. And it's crazy because I'm like, I don't need any of this. And sometimes Gmail's really helpful because they'll be like, hey, you haven't opened an email from this sender in a long time. Are you sure you want to keep getting them? And when I get those messages, that's a clue to myself, like, hey, you don't need that, get rid of it. A lot of promotional emails, marketing emails are just going to try to get you, pressure you to buy something. And right now, I don't want to buy a whole lot of stuff if I can avoid it. There are some things that I will spend money on that, we need. We need food. I need shoes. There are things that I need, right? But I don't need makeup. I don't need clothes. I don't need stuff. I don't need books. I don't need things. And so I want to get rid of the temptation to spend money that I currently don't have on things that I don't need. And so going through my email, I was very critical, and I actually looked at every single email. I didn't open all of them, and most of them I didn't open unless I had to like open it to unsubscribe. But I went through each page because I get to see 50 at a time, 50 emails. And I unsubscribed, I counted, okay? I unsubscribed from 170 different like email senders across like several different Gmail accounts because I have multiple different emails for different purposes. It was a grueling process, but I feel so much lighter having gotten rid of all of that junk in my life. I feel more clear-headed. I know that when I open up my email inbox, it's not going to be just like bombarded with junk that I never open. I still need to do my school email, which is an Outlook email, and I hate the format of the Outlook email. But I do think that one of the final points I want to make here in this video, because I think I've talked long enough about like getting rid of stuff, and I'm kind of over the process. I've, done everything I feel like I need to do. But one of the final points I want to make about getting rid of things is, don't get rid of stuff just for the sake of getting rid of stuff, because if you're going to buy it again to replace that thing that you got rid of, you're defeating the whole purpose. But look critically at your life and try to cut out what you can to make space for the things that are more meaningful or, add more value, that are higher quality, that make you happy. Get rid of the things that are tempting to, make you spend money that you don't need to spend, or taking up space that doesn't make you happy, doesn't add value to your life, things that you would rather replace with something else. You don't have to replace things right away. When we moved into this house, when we moved to Florida, when we moved into the apartment before we got into like an actual house when we first moved to Florida, we didn't have much. When we first moved to Florida, we got rid of a lot of stuff. My mom and I were sleeping on mattresses on the floor. Neither of us had a bed frame. We didn't have a couch. We used the back seat out of our vehicle. So like our excursion, the whole back seat comes out. That was our sofa. And then we had like lawn chairs. We had a table, but we didn't have chairs for the table. We had dishes to eat off of, cups to drink out of. We had cooking appliances and utensils to eat with. And that was like the most normal part of our life. But we didn't have a whole lot of stuff because, we had just moved here and most of our stuff was at the house that, we had moved out of because it hadn't been moved yet because we were in a very temporary living situation in an apartment for like 7 months while the house that we eventually moved into, while that was being built. And so we really took that time to find furniture that we loved, not just something to take up space. Like if you need a lamp and you just go to the store and you buy a lamp and then you decide later, actually, I don't like this lamp, I want a different lamp, then you're buying the same thing twice. And if you don't get rid of the first one, now you've got 2 lamps and you really only need 1. And I know this is kind of a dumb example, but the best way I can describe it is to be patient and let the right things find you. And then when things complete their service to you, get rid of it. So this book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. Actually, this is a really good segue. When we were living in that apartment, this was what I would read to Mom as like a bedtime story. It was a really difficult time of our lives when we moved here. We were both going through some really challenging things in our personal lives, professional lives. It was difficult for both of us. And so we kind of grew a lot as people and we grew together. We became very close in that year and that time, in those situations. And we were trying to decide how much of the stuff at the house in Missouri are we going to have them bring to us in Florida, because of course it's very expensive to move far away. And so I bought this book and I read it to Mom. And this is where we kind of came up with the, like, is it shiny thing. So in here, she asks if something sparks joy. This is The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. If you haven't read it, I still recommend this book. She's a little wacky, like thanking the things that you own that you're getting rid of can seem kind of silly, but I do kind of believe that everything has like an energy, right? And you get out of something what you put into it. And that could be the care for your car, that could be the care for your plants, that could be the care for your pets. But if you take care of your home is going to take care of you. And if you take care of the things in your home, then you're going to have nice things and you're going to, probably live a happier life because you are, like, I don't know, inherently more grateful and you take better care of the things and you value the things that you have if you take care of your stuff. Does that make any sense at all? But we kind of took her, does it spark joy? And we began asking each other, is it shiny to us? So that's where we came up with that. So if you ever hear us in a vlog and we're like, oh, this is so shiny, that's what we mean. Like this book is not sparkly, it's not shiny, but when I bought it, this added value to my life. I remember using this for papers that I wrote, and it is in really great shape, and I hope it's not like too out of date because somebody could use this. It's the 7th edition. So something like this at the point in time where I bought this was shiny because it added value to my life. I needed it at the time. And when I think about things in that term, is it something that I need? Is it something that is serving me now or will serve me in the future? Because if it served me in the past, but it's not going to be of service anymore, I can be grateful to this book for helping me write my papers and get good grades. And then I can pass it along to someone else who's going to need it, use it, appreciate it, and it's going to serve purpose for them. I don't need that anymore because I, am to the point where I can probably cite APA in my sleep. But some things are easier to get rid of than others, right? So getting rid of things is not a sport. It is not like for entertainment. Getting rid of things should be a purposeful event in your life because we have a tendency to collect things as human beings. We're not perfect, A lot of people like to say that they're not attached to physical things, and I think that is a mental illness when you don't have any attachment to any physical items. I think there are things that we naturally become attached to because someone important to us gave that item to us, or we found it at an important juncture in our life. It was a birthday gift or something, right? And those items allow us to feel like a sentimental attachment to that person or that time, that event. And I think that it's okay to have those things. Where it becomes a problem is when having the things prevents you from living the life that you want to live. And so I don't think we have to get rid of 500 items or like the number of items of each day of the month of January. Like, that's a great rule of thumb to try to start the new year off fresh. But I don't think anybody should feel that pressure to get rid of that much stuff because it can be difficult. But even just kind of having that shift in mentality to, like, these are my things and I'm not getting rid of anything, to these are my things and these are the things that I have that no longer serve a purpose in my life. I hope that helps. But the number of things that I've gotten rid of, I think we said 310, and then I did have, let's see, in my notes, it was 168 subscription lists or whatever. I cannot fathom 168 different email lists across like 5 email accounts, but still, that's crazy. Also, in addition to like unsubscribing from email lists, unsubscribe from people on YouTube you don't watch anymore, or if their values don't align with yours, or, you know, if you find a reason you're like, I don't watch them, I always click out of their videos, I get bored, whatever. Unsubscribe from people on YouTube, unfollow people on Instagram. Your mental health should come first, okay? I hate unfollowing people. I hate unsubscribing from channels. But for my own mental health, when there are people that I'm just like, I used to really like them, but that's it. If I get to that point when I'm talking to myself about whether or not I'm going to watch a video on their channel, I used to really like this channel, but no buts, get rid of it. So anyway, my battery's going to die. I've talked long enough. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I got rid of a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to take these books to the used bookstore and see if they want them. If you attempt this junk-free January challenge, I wish you luck. But thanks for watching. You guys will see me in another one really soon.